Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to this weekly analysis. This is the video that I make every Sunday before the Forex market will open on the following Monday. And I do appreciate you being here and tuning in. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, love, and share. And if you do like these videos, at the end of this one, you'll be able to subscribe to my channel and be sure and click the bell so you'll get notified when I do make these videos. Now this one might be a little bit long, so I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to look at the news that's coming out for this third week of October 2022, and then I'll go through a review of the trade setups that I shared with you last Sunday, and then I'll look at the trade setups that I have coming up for this week. So let's get started. Looking briefly at the news, we don't have a lot of items coming out. There's a few for this third week of October 2022. And it looks a little bit unusual. We don't have much on the US dollar. That might be a good thing. We'll wait and see. There's one item on the USD on Monday, and then again one item on Friday. These are the high impact items that we're looking at here on forexfactory.com. Be sure to check forexfactory.com for your local times. All right, these are the times in Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam in Asia. All right, then we have mostly the news is on New Zealand, Australian pound, and the Canadian dollar. And some of those will be quite impactful. As you've been watching the last couple of weeks, these news items can really move the commodities and the currencies. But as I always say, you know, most of the time, what we see is a knee-jerk reaction, and then the currency pair or the commodity will come right back to what it was doing before the news came out. So you need to be careful and be aware of these high impact news items, because if you get stuck in a trade the wrong way, you can get whacked and you hit your stop loss, and nobody likes to have their stop loss hit. So this is what we've got coming up for the third week of October. Not too much, but something you need to be aware of. So check forexfactory.com for your local times. With a review of the trade setups that I shared with you last week, I said that gold was neutral, and so I had no trade. On my daily chart, my long-term planning chart, if I get a neutral signal, that means not bullish and not bearish, then for me that's no trade. I'd rather wait and see what the direction is going to be. And you ask me, well, why is it neutral? It looks like it's very bearish. Well, you have to go back and look, at quite a few days. It's been bearish since the 22nd of August, and then we had a change in direction, and it came up to a neutral zone here, and we had a neutral signal for a while, and then it turned bullish, but it was only bullish for just 3 or 4 days, and then it came back down into the neutral zone, which is where it is now. We could be getting another bearish signal. All right, it's very possible that gold could continue on down. We have resistance at 1660, 1680, and 1696. And as you see last week on Thursday and Friday, it did break below 1660, which was support. And now our next support is 1640 and then 1623. And then I don't want to talk about anything lower. If you're rooting for the bulls, then it's a little bit nerve-wracking. You're sitting on the edge of your seat because the bears, they have the home field advantage. The bears are in charge of the price. They are in control right now, okay? And it's a little bit worrying because we're getting close to the 1600 level, and gold has not been below 1600 since April 2020. That's 2.5 years ago. So the bulls need to wake up. They need to get moving and start to bring this thing back into the ball game. It looked like they hit a home run last week or a couple of weeks ago back here, but then they just ran out of steam and the bears took over, and the bears definitely have the home field advantage right now. So at the end of what I'm saying here is no trade for me on gold. I'm going to wait and see what happens in the beginning of this upcoming week. And then on the Euro US, I did have a sell limit on my trade setups that I looked at last week, and it was a sell limit. And this is a classic example of why I always say be patient and let the market come to you, because this trade did not execute until late in the closing session on Thursday, the US session, and that's when the sell limit executed, and it turned out to be a very good trade, and it's still in profit. I didn't measure how much profit that is, but right now where it is, that is already 85 pips of profit. So I'll watch it when the market opens on Monday, and if that should continue down, I'll hold that. I've already moved the stop loss down about halfway. All right, so I have some profit even if it should jump back up real quick, but it could continue down. All right, we'll look at the trade setup that I have for this upcoming week and see what the plan is. But this one was a good trade, but didn't execute until 4 days after I made my video, and that's why I'm saying you just let the market come to you. Be patient. Let the market come to you. Don't chase the market. All right, you'll get into trouble. You'll make bad trades. You'll end up losing money. With the odd US, there was a sell limit, but it never even came back close to what I had for my pending order at 0.6480. And the New Zealand US, the same. They do trade very similar. It did get a little bit closer than the odd US, but still, that trade did not execute. Then the pound US, this one did open, okay, on only on Thursday. Let's see, yeah, on Thursday that one that executed the sell limit, and then depending on where you had your stop loss, okay, this is why I don't give you a stop loss. It's up to you how much risk you're willing to take, what trade size you have, the size of your account, what you're willing to to invest and to venture on each trade. All right, so I don't give you a stop loss. I give you my entry points. And this one did come up, but it did not hit my stop loss and then came right back down, and now this one's in profit. So this one finished in profit on Friday, and I'm still holding that trade. And from where the trade opened to where it is right now, we have 75 pips, okay? So if you're watching these trades, 75, 80 pips on one trade in one day, you can go ahead and close the trade. You can ask any professional trader to get 75, 80 pips on one trade in one day. That's fantastic, okay? Don't be greedy, all right? Now, I'll be watching this trade in the morning if it should continue down, but that's, let's look at the trade setups I have planned for this upcoming week, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that one. Now, the odd JPY, the four Japanese pairs that I trade, this one was just barely executed. The sell limit was 93.5, and during the European market on Friday, that one opened at, the high was 93.54. Oh, okay, no, that one didn't execute. All right, just missed that one. All right, so no profit on that one. That one didn't execute, and that's fine, okay? Some of the trades executed, some of them didn't. I'm not going to chase the price. This is what I call planning the trade and trading the plan. All right, so if it doesn't quite get there, now if you're watching this, okay, if you happen to be watching on the chart and you see it move up and get that close and then start to move back down, you could take a manual trade and go ahead and do market execution and do a sell on this, and that would have been very profitable. That would have been from, let's say you caught it right about in here where you saw it start to really drop down, and that would have been 106 pips. Another very good possible trade. Now the CAD JPY, this one did execute, there's no question about it, okay? All right, and in fact, it opened on Monday. This is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. On Monday, this one opened. The sell limit executed right there and went a little bit above that, came right back down, and you could have closed it the next day with 95 pips. All right, and I hope you did, okay? Because it came right back up. It did come back down. You could have got a little bit more out of it, maybe another 5 pips or so extra. But then on Friday, it just shot right back up. And for sure, I don't know where you have your stop loss, sure you would have been stopped out on that. So that one executed on the Monday. You could have closed it the next day and had a very, very good trade, 95 pips. Then the Swiss JPY was the same, okay? That one executed on, let's see, it's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Nope, not until Wednesday. That one executed, went up, did not hit the stop loss here, okay, and then came down, but you had to get out on Thursday. All right, unless you, if you're watching this one, you could have already had your stop loss move below break even, and then the next candle, all right, it started to continue down, and then you could have closed it with about 80 pips total. But hopefully you didn't let that one come back, because for sure you would have been stopped out on late Friday. Then the GBP, JPY. Okay, my trade setup on the beginning of last week was neutral on that one and no trade. So let's jump over to this week's chart and see what's planned for the upcoming week. Setups that I have for the third week of October 2022. Not much to say on gold. I pretty much said it in my review. The bears have the home field advantage, and they're possibly going to push the price down even further. And this is just an update of the resistance and support. Support 1642. We closed on Friday at 1643, so we're just on the support zone right now. Next level is 1623, and then 1615, and then who knows? We'll see how it unfolds this week. And then let's look at the couple of the major pairs and then the minor pairs. For the Euro US, I do have a sell limit. Okay, this is still bearish, the Euro US, and the entry price is 0.9785. The odd US, also a sell limit. I don't know if it will get back up there. I had a sell limit last week, but it didn't make it back up to the pending order, to the price that I was trying to get. So the entry price on this one for this week is 0.6339, and pretty much the same with the New Zealand US. Pretty far away from the pending order, but let's just see how it unfolds. The entry price is 0.5695. And the pound, now this one is, it's a little bit up in the air. It's a little bit of a risky. I recommend that, if you're going to take a trade on the pound US, that you trade small, because of the continuing problems that they are having, the financial problems, economic problems they're having in the UK. Maybe be looking for a new prime minister next week. Central bank is trying to jump in. They've already done some things to support the pound. They might be doing more. It looks like they are, because the pound is still very, very low now at $1.11. So I have actually a bullish signal on my day chart. So I am bullish on the pound US, and I have a buy limit with the entry price at 1.1136, and it's not very far away from that now. Then the four Japanese pairs that I look at, the odd JPY, first of all, have a sell limit on the odd JPY, a little bit far away from the price that I'd like to get, but it has been up there. It was up there last week. So my entry price is 93.53. Then the CAD JPY, I have a buy limit, okay, on the CAD JPY with the entry price at 106.82, and it's not very far away from that now, so that's very likely to execute. And the Swiss JPY, I also have a buy limit on that one. It's a little bit further away, but I think there's a really good chance that I'll get a good price on that one at 147.30. And then finally, the pound JPY, okay, a buy limit on this one, entry price 164.00. It's a little bit further away, but let's see if that one will come back and hit the price that I'm looking for, and if that will execute. The entry price on the pound JPY, 164.00. Okay, again, thanks everyone for being here. I wish you all the best with your trading this week. And remember, most important, protect your capital. Trade small, grow your capital slowly over time. Don't overtrade, don't be greedy. Let the market come to you. Thanks again for being here. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.